Hi guys! So this is going to be a bit of a random vlog. Hopefully kind of guess from the title what this is going to be about. Basically, whilst it's locked down Rona town, kind of been like a really bad way of trying to like do anything and staying indoors. Thought whilst I've got loads of free time, kind of want to pick up a hobby. It's also kind of good for something to have like on your CV or like to kind of say in like an interview, so that people don't just think I'm sitting on my ass all day. How I am actually sitting on my ass most days. I have decided to pick up skateboarding. I wanted something that was like a physical hobby, get me outside. Didn't really need to like rely on other people to do it. I picked up skateboarding. It's not as random as it seems. My brother is actually a skateboarder. He has been skateboarding for like well over 10 years. I did actually try a couple of times before, but I think either I was like too young and I just had like the mental capacity of a like fish to maintain my attention on something like skateboarding. I just kind of wasn't interested. Recently on like social media, it's become a lot more like apparent that a lot more women are picking up skateboarding. I thought, do you know what, like this is cool, I kind of want to pick it up, I kind of want to do something. I have decided to pick it up, and hopefully this will be like a series over a long time for you to kind of see, and for myself to see some progression where I was and hopefully where I will be. It will be interesting to see what happens. Enjoy. It's going to be very random. Probably a lot of montages and a lot of this here. And also, here's some random clips of my cats just here, looking all cute. Who's that? And there's the other one. So today I'm going skateboarding with my brother. Not too sure what we're gonna do. Kind of want to like learn how to do some tricks now. Kind of comfortable pushing the board. Quite like to learn how to do some form of trick whilst I'm kind of like stationary. I'm not gonna do it as I'm moving. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my brother today. I'll film a bit of it anyway. We'll see if there's any progress. Weather has been pretty shit over the past few days. I haven't actually had a chance to go outside and skateboard and practice. So I've kind of decided, instead of just not doing anything and also then this would just have a massive gap in between, I'm going to redo my skateboard. And what I'm going to do is repaint the bottom, the style that I've got like in my head. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Just for reference, this is currently what my skateboard looks like. I have no idea who this is, who this brand is, if this is some sort of artist. It's not very like me, I don't really get this. I'm gonna switch it up, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove these trucks and I'm going to get some sandpaper and sand it down. Then I'm gonna give it a good old clean. And I bought this paint, this spray paint. This is the color it's gonna be. I don't know why it's not focusing. Kind of baby pink, which is such a surprise because I never used to like this color, but this is the color that the board is gonna be. As the kind of base color, it's just gonna be nice and plain. And I think it's just like a satin finish. A lot of people were saying that like matte just looks a bit weird, according to a lot of people who do skateboard kind of redesign. Satin finish is the best one to have. It was literally like 10 or 12 pounds on Amazon and it got here within like a day. Pretty stoked with that. And just for a little bit of reference, so this is kind of words that I'm gonna have on it. I'm gonna have the word board on it. I haven't decided whether or not to go for this kind of style or whether or not to go for this one because it's all in the same case. If you are wondering where that font is from or who did that font, it's actually done by a uni friend of mine named Ellie Hayward. She is a calligraphy artist. She has been doing it for years now. She has got her own little business. I will link her Instagram in the description box below, and here is her Instagram handle. Hopefully I've got good at editing and I can put it here. Check her out, she's absolutely awesome. She basically sent me over these kind of alphabet sheets that she has of her like handwriting, and all I've done is put them into Illustrator and outlined them. What I'm going to do is cut out her lettering, use it as a stencil so that then I can go in and handwrite it myself, because I am not a calligraphy artist and I do not know how to do fancy letters like that. Thank you, big shout out to Ellie. Along with the words, I'm gonna have this kind of eye roll drawn above it. Hopefully this all makes sense, but if not, don't worry, because you'll probably see it in a few seconds. Yeah, this is kind of what it looks like right now. I'm not the biggest fan, needs a bit of a clean. This is what the board now looks like. I had to go at sanding it, it's like a trial run. We've removed the truck. This one sadly won't come off. It will move, so I can move it around to paint. This basically has been rounded off. If I take it off, there might be a chance that it would go back on again. So now I'll just have to probably cover it up with some sort of plastic bag and just maneuver it around when I want to paint. Basically, it doesn't need to like all come off. It doesn't need to be like this at the end. It needs to be kind of slightly run away. The paint can grip onto it. We'll carry on tomorrow. So it's the next day, which means that my skateboard has had the whole night to dry off. Last night I wasn't very happy with how it looked. It had quite a few drip marks in it, but given that it was my first time pretty much ever using a spray can, I'm not that disappointed by it. All I've decided to do is buy another can, and when it arrives, I'll give it a second coat, go a little bit lighter, and I'll probably stand a bit further away so it gets like a kind of nice one even coat on it. What I've done is I have sanded down those drip marks so that it's more of an even layer on the bottom layer. I will show you now what it looks like. This is currently what it is. These are where the drips were, just sanded them down so they will be covered. Whilst we wait for the paint to come in, I'm going to work out the letter stencils, see how big they need to be, where I want them, and the spacing in between. And I'm also going to trace over those eyes that I showed you a little bit earlier as well. I'll kind of work out the placement of that in the meantime. Second spray is looking better. You can still see a little bit of the drip marks, but I'll give it another coat once that one's dried. Look at that crazy little Beth. So I forgot to film, which is always good, but it kind of worked in my favour. I've done the first out of 5 layers. It looks pretty good. I mean, it's a little bit like skewiffed, but to be honest, I'm not mad about it. Yeah, it's come out pretty good. And if you're wondering how I've done that, I've just cut these out like this. That's how I did it. Skin taped it on, traced it with a pencil really lightly, and I'm just using permanent markers for now. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that. Here's the final lettering. Woohoo! So I did mess up a little bit on the spacing between here and here. I had to improvise and do that to the R just to get the spacing not so noticeable. Given this is my first time doing this, I'm pretty happy with that. Just the eyes next. There we go. The eyes are officially on. Look pretty even. Just have to see. Drum roll please. There we go. All done. And my socks are matching too. Hey guys, so I think I'm gonna end the video here. I was gonna try and like show me learning how to ollie. I've watched loads of videos on YouTube to try and do it, but the weather, I'm not even joking, for the last few days, weeks, has just been so bad, and I have had this video just sat on my computer for so long. I think I've had about 3 different haircuts in this video. I'm just gonna release this, and hopefully when the weather becomes better, you guys will get to see me actually trying to learn some tricks. I'm just gonna get like really good at pushing along on my skateboard wherever I can. Yeah, and then hopefully I'll be able to progress at some point. But you'll have to come back for part 2 to see. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed me making this little bad boy down here. Adios.